Welcome to Lesson 5 from Chapter 5. The essential question is, how can I multiply by a two-digit number? Today we're going to be working on solve multi-step word problems. Yay! Okay, sometimes problems require more than one operation to solve. An operation is a mathematical process such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay. Francis earns $8 each week walking dogs. Okay, so when I read word problems, I like to just write the numbers down to the side before I even decide what I'm going to do with them, but just kind of like to pull them out. So there's 8. Okay. She spends $3 each week. Okay, spends means minus, so 3. Okay, and saves the rest. Okay. There are 52 weeks in a year. How much will she have saved at the end of the year? Okay, so by the style of this problem, I'm realizing that I need to find 8 minus 3. Okay, how much she earns, how much she spends, and then what's left will be how much she saves. And then it wants to know how many weeks. Well, it's 52 weeks in a year, and how much will she have at the year? So I need to multiply times 52. The operations that are needed for this problem are subtraction and multiplication. Okay, so remember, we have PEMDAS, whereas Miss Rachel says, pirates everywhere make diapers all stinky. Parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication or division, and then addition or subtraction. So we have 8 minus 3, so we have to just minus 8 minus 3 first, okay? You cannot do, for example, you couldn't do 3 times 52 and then have 8 minus whatever 3 times 52 is, okay? That'll throw your whole answer off. Okay, you always have to do what's inside the parentheses first. Okay, so we find the $5 that they're saving, and it's times 50. Okay, they're saying we should estimate first, so let's just round 52 to 50. Okay, so 5 times 50 is 250. So this is our estimated answer. Okay, now let's look at the steps. So it's saying subtract, so 8 minus 3 is 5 times 52. Okay, now remember, we could do it the partial products way if you would like. 5 times 50 and 5 times 2, okay, or we can do it the vertical way. 5 times 2 is 10, so put the 0 down, carry the 1. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 1 is 26. Okay, let's try it this way. 5 times 5 is 25, keep the 0. 5 times 2 is 10, and then adding these together will equal 260. Okay, so same answer. So Francis will have saved $260. Check that $260 is close to the estimate of $250. Yeah, it's pretty close. So the answer is probably correct. Okay, let's flip it over. All right. Now that one was just a straight, easy problem that you just had to follow the steps. But now they're going to introduce an unknown number. So you can use a variable to represent unknown quantities. Okay, so in the last problem, they gave us the 3 numbers. This problem, they might leave out a number and use maybe the word sum, and that's the number we're going to have to figure out. So let's take a look. Example 2. Coach Murphy bought 3 boxes of trophies. Okay, and they've written 3 here. Each box has 45 soccer trophies. Okay, I realize, every box, he has 3 boxes, and inside those 3 boxes are 45. So right now, this is sticking out to me as a multiplication problem. How many are in the boxes? 3 times 45. Okay, so parentheses. He also bought 15 tennis trophies. Okay, so he also bought, so he's not multiplying here, this is addition, because he's in addition buying these. Okay, so plus, and some golf trophies. Oh, if I see some, that means we don't know what. So this is golf trophies. Okay, so soccer trophies, he had 3 times 45 and 15 tennis trophies and some golf trophies. There are a total of 170 trophies. Okay, total means equals, so equals 170 trophies. Write an equation to describe the number of trophies that Coach Murphy bought. Okay, so we did that here. 3 times 45, parentheses, plus 15 plus some equals 170. How many golf trophies did Coach Murphy buy? Okay, and they say here, replace the unknown quantity with a variable. So instead of using a question mark, they're doing G for golf trophies, or you could do T for trophies. Solve for the unknown quantity. Okay, so remember, PEMDAS, you have to do parentheses first. So 3 times 45. Okay, so we need to, we'll just do it over here in the side here. How about up here? 45 times 3. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 1, so 135. So 135, and then bring down the 15, bring down the unknown variable. 135 plus 15 plus G equals 170. So second step, add. Okay, so we've done parentheses. There weren't any exponents. Now multiply, divide. Okay, then after that is add. Okay, so we have to add. Okay, 135. Okay, well, I'm just going to give the 5 over here. That's going to make him 140. And then think about adding another 10, which is going to make it 150. Or you can do the math like this if you can't do it in your head. Okay? All right, so then we have 150 plus G equals 170. Okay, so how do we get G by itself? Okay, well, think about it this way. 150 plus G equals 170. So what is this amount that will help us get there? And the way you figure it out is by subtracting. So if you actually take 170 and subtract the part you do know, what's going to be left is the part you don't know. So 150 to get to 70 or to get to 170, this has to be 20, right? 5 plus 2 is 7. So 170 minus 150 equals 20. So Coach Murphy bought 20 golf trophies. Okay? All right, so solving problems using equations is not that hard. Make sure you use the equal sign. If you see a word like sum, you need to use a variable. Okay, and let's flip over to the building on essential questions. Building on the essential question. How can I use equations to model real-world problems? I use a sentence start. I can use equations to, okay, that's my sentence start. Okay, I can use equations to keep track of the numbers and operations in real-world problems. A variable is used to keep track of the unknown number. Okay, so this is why we use equations, is to be able to write a sentence so that instead of just looking at this repeatedly and trying to figure it out, we can look at something simple like a number sentence and just solve it using math. Okay, there's so many pets on this page. There's 2 dogs, a cute little piggy, and an octopus, and it's making me think of my favorite pet. I had this adorable little rabbit. His name was Mocha growing up. So cute. This little brown rabbit. Aw, I miss him. He was super old. He lived to be 12, which is like super, super old for a rabbit. I still had him even when I was in college. He was still alive. He was my first pet. Yeah, he was great. I miss him. Okay, so that's my Mocha. You can either draw him or you can draw your favorite pet that you've had. Okay, see you in class.